Portugal still has his islands, though.
It seems that the only actual force now in the German coalition is Brabant.
Yeah. That Colonian stack is supposed to be 18k.
Prussia has joined in with Cologne on their punitive war.
Which has evened the scales somewhat, but then you have to think Cologne and Brabant are also fighting in another area, so they're not really going to be helping over here.
No, but Prussia's doing smart, only being subject to one coalition war at a time.
And that means Prussia does not have to fight the French.
Yes. And that Aragonese stack, which is the Aragonese death stack.
So, yeah. I was worried about Hamburg taking off too much than he could chew and losing Castile to support independence. I wasn't expecting this. These are the kind of things that you, in multiplayer, you kind of have to keep an eye on. Because players will jump on you if you get a coalition.
Yeah.
And he's not getting out of this coalition easily because it's player-led. If it was AI-led, he could probably swindle a peace deal that wasn't too bad, but it's not going to be the case here.
And these aren't players that you could easily sort of pick them off. I mean, Scotland has proven he is a good player. And with him leading this punitive war, yeah, there's...
With naval dominance as well.
Yeah, this is not looking good.
Songhai disconnected.
The servers are really bad tonight. This is not normally this bad. Normally the main hot joins we get after the first 20 minutes are people who died and come back.
So looking around a bit, Langzhang has taken I can pronounce this, Tulangbawang, and Bengkulu, and I think Malacca and Majapahit will be a little bit miffed about that. Majapahit is actually at war with Brunei. Was Brunei not a player?
Brunei was a player, but he couldn't make it today.
Did not take protection then, I take it?
No, he... with you only get one per season, you really want to keep that until like you really, really need it, and he felt like he was going to take the risk. The Majapahit player is normally pretty passive, but obviously he wants blood.
Langzhang is actually allied with Malacca, so maybe I don't know if they've got some kind of division of land, but yeah, there's I wouldn't accept it if I was Malacca. I would expect all of this island to be mine, but we shall see. Looking over at Japan, Oda's growing. Oda's growing pretty well.
Hamburg.
He is free.
Hamburg is unconditionally surrendered to Scotland.
Ooh, yes, I want to keep an eye on this one then. So, is Scotland going to be nice to Grenada?
So, Scotland... Obviously, you can't take land in a punitive war, so I'm guessing they're going to...
Unless you have a claim on it.
Force release Castile. Would be my guess.
And give all the land back to Portugal.
Now that would be rubbing salt in the wound for the Portuguese player.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. What's going on in Florence? Florence is being sieged by what looks like Venice.
Oh!
Did France dishonor the call?
If they did, that would have been the perfect time to really get on top of things for the Italian players now after some terrible, terrible sessions they've had.
Venice is Caius Lupus. He's at war, yeah, of course. Papal State, where are you on the list? Papal State is not at war. So,
Okay.
yeah, he did
Ah,
not join in this.
Venice went to war with Milan. Now,
Oh, Milan finally got an ally? No.
Venice is really, really nice on this, they would just say, the alliance with France. Annul the alliance between Florence and France. That's what I was meant to say.
How? How is Florence even in this war, though?
Was Florence defender of a faith or anything?
They're both... They're
all
Catholic.
Yeah,
I have no idea how Florence is in that war. I mean, if it was a guarantee, the guarantee would still be there. Gonna have to ask Venice after the session or something.
Yeah.
Livonian Order is at war, player war for him, against Adjuran in the Adjuran-Livonian War of Honor.
Okay. Adjuran really likes his War of Honors.
You know what they're doing? They're farming power projection.
Right. Yep. There's going to be a rule on that then.
Oh no, they can't because they're not rivals.
Oh,
Are they maybe farming prestige?
Well, that would make sense. Livonian Order is at minus 50 prestige.
And Adjuran is at negative 62. So Scotland has to peace out after 1 year of being at war, at 100%.
Yeah.
See, what I think he's trying to do is separate peace with Brabant. He's already separate peace with Cologne. And Brabant is taking none of this in unconditional surrender bullshit. He is still fighting. And when he's got like 40,000 troops, you can understand it.
Yeah.
See what?
But when there's nearly 100k in your borders,
yeah,
maybe it's best
not
to
really
just...
gonna happen. I would stack wipe that 2k just for fun though.
So
I mean, he kind of has to, because if they manage to get some of this land, like they could ask for it in the peace. Like at the moment, Scotland could really screw over France and Brabant at the same time. If he gave France all of the occupations and gave him all of the land, that'd be a coalition against France that everyone could jump in on.
that is true.
I've seen that happen before. It's a very, very underhanded way of screwing over people, is giving them too much.
Yeah, that has happened a few times in our multiplayers, and mainly to Jack. Almost always to Jack that happens, yeah.
Speaking of Jack, how is the Oirot doing?
That's not Jack, that is another
That's a
Jack.
different Jack.
We have 3 Jacks.
Oh, great. Oh god, what did I do to my screen? Okay, we're good. Which, is Jack in this then?
No, he's not. He's become a, as he likes to call it, a rent Jack. So if anyone can't play, he will jump in and cover their nation for them.
Aping on Starland then.
Yes. Just not as good. A discount Starnan.
So, Blue is saying that he got pissed off because Portugal rejected my offer of 3 provinces, which would block Aragon and give half of his nation to Aragon instead. So Blue retaliated by getting himself in a coalition. Golden Horde is in a player war.
Oh.
Against
Adjuran,
Transoxania
isn't it?
and Adjuran.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the same Adjuran Livonian Order war. He's currently killing Transoxania, Afghanistan, and Delhi.
Right. Well, the
Quite successfully.
deadline for the peace for Scotland has to do on Hamburg is coming up.
What month is it?
I believe it was... I can't remember, and I can't check the chat because Observer. It was early in the year. Bugger, I can't remember.
I think he's trying to get Den Haag. Though, I mean, what could Scotland even take here? If he can't take any of these provinces, literally none of them, so I don't know why he's still insisting on sieging them. So, what could he demand? Release nation... no. Cancel subject Castile is 85 war score in and of itself.
And then just grab a load of money?
Return all of... he could return one Portuguese core.
Personally, I
Alternatively...
would take the money and annul the overlordship with Castile.
Could certainly be done.
Because there's no way he's going to be able to vassalize Castile again. So you definitely want to take that away from him.
No, he had one opportunity for that. $496 ducats and Castile released. Although at the same time, that leaves him with his Portuguese territory perfectly intact. So if he just went a bit slower, then he could still take it. What it probably hurt him more is making him return those provinces to Portugal, making him give up land elsewhere so that Castile is more powerful than him, and then Castile wants freedom.
That would actually be pretty smart, yeah. Scotland did send a peace deal to Brabant. He was wanting Gran Canaria, him to annul treaties with Prussia. That's all he wants of Brabant.
Brabant has no reason to accept any peace.
Now he sent him a white peace.
Why? What's the point?
There we go. Because I believe it must have been April then.
Yeah, I mean, he's still at war with Hamburg, though. Hamburg is the one that unconditionally surrendered.
Yeah, so he was probably... Oh, yeah. To stop revanchism.
That is a very good point.
Revanchism is pretty big.
And now, yeah.
There we go.
Blues paused it so that he could peace.
Yep,
Peace.
Castile is gone.
Yeah, I think he may have made a mistake here. And I assume he also got the ducats. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
He's now at 562 ducats.
Yeah, he got plus 106 on his monthly tick. So
Looking down at Venice, they took Lucca. Did they make him a vassal? No, they just released Lucca, and now Papal State is eating him. And Papal State is also eating Siena. So basically, he's ripped apart Florence, but left the alliance with France.
why did he leave the alliance? That
What he should have done, if he wanted to be friends with the Papal State, which he is, he's allies with him, he should have just annulled the alliance Florence had with France, and then said, here you go, go have them.
Still, it's nice to see them working together in helping each other out and not other players.
Karaman is coming back at Byzantium. He's sieged Constantinople.
Did
How did he even get across the strait?
Mamlukian navy? Did it wipe?
That's how he got across the strait. But there's 30 ships.
What? Maybe Byzantium isn't paying attention? I don't know.
And there is about 24,000 Mamlukian troops sieging Serbia's capital.
Oh, are we going to get the sack of Belgrade?
Alright, neither of these players are getting player of the session or whatever you call your awards, because that is stupid. Oh, they've pieced out the Mamluks. For what? How long is the peace?
Ooh, Venice, not Venice, Yemen got some land out of that.
15 years,
Well.
so it's 100% peace. Or close.
Serbia owns Alexandria.
Oh, that's glorious.
He's been talking about going into Africa for quite a while, and he's finally done it. Something
He's
I was
there.
personally expecting Venice to do, but instead we have Serbia doing it.
So now, looking at this coalition war that's happening now, I think Bohemia done gone and goofed it. They're outnumbered about 2-1.
Well, it was the perfect time to strike when they were in another coalition war, but yeah, AI.
Doing double wars is very, very risky. You know what? Hamburg's probably going to do. He could vassalize Navarra and then feed Castile to Navarra. Although Navarra lost all of his cores, so it's bleh. Never mind.
Huh. Oh, I wonder if Navarra didn't have it fully cored then.
Yeah, it must have. Must have been. Brittany's dying to Scotland now.
Yeah, poor Brittany.
Yeah, no player wars right now. Wallachia has been quite absent this session. I haven't seen him doing anything.
I'm waiting for him to take advantage of that nice Kievian vassal he has with the cores in Lithuania.
Aye, but Lithuania is underneath Poland. Poland allied to Sweden and Austria. It would need to be a large coalition of players to take down that.
I did hear that Prussia, Livonian Order, Serbia, basically everyone who borders PLC was meant to go to war with them all at the same time, in their own separate wars, sometime at the beginning of this session. Now, it hasn't happened yet, but hopefully it does happen soon. Because
I could see Prussia gaining massively from that.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to nip to the loo.
Absolutely. So, Brad, when you are watching this back in post... Actually, don't know what to say. Random insult. There you go. So, what wars we got going on? So, Serbia, again, they're just fighting Karaman. They've got them now, right? Now that they've pieced out the Mamluks, job done. Although... Oh, hello, Wallachia. What have you just done? Wallachia is declared on Hungary. Hungary has brought in no one. Alright, fair enough. Easy war then. I wonder if he is going to follow borders here. So he should leave backs for Serbia, as it is in the Transdanubia state. Let's see if he does that. Other than that, Switzerland at war with Swiss-Lorrainian War of Honor. He's won it, in fairness, so good job to him there. Golden Horde is also at war with Karaman. That is the coalition war. Yemen at war with Karaman. Does Karaman just get ganked by fucking everybody?
Yeah.
Why?
Persia is at war with Karaman. And Persia vassalized Akyunlu. So, Persia, them
so
cores.
Persia's got a lot of cores.
Yes, he has.
Oh, that's dirty.
And to feed a vassal is what he needs with that admin tech.
For sure. Yeah, I could see him doing quite some work with that Akyunlu. Does Akyunlu have any shitty ideas? I don't see...
Akyunlu's actually got pretty nice ideas.
I was looking for like the what's it even called, core cost increase that the likes of Georgia had or has.
Oh yeah, no, Akyunlu doesn't have that. It's just the Georgian cultured nations.
So is Byzantium going to try and cut off Persia now?
Well, it would be in his best interest to do so.
Taking like Sivas Divrigi, Maltea, Aintab, I am Georgia.
Oh, I thought he was Ainsley.
That's a wasteland province. He'd need to also take the coasts. He could totally do it.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens, though.
I mean,
Livonian Order at war with Muscovy. Livonian Order could grow massively here as well. So what else have we got going on? Did you see Wallachia declared on Hungary? He's going to finish him off.
Oh, has he? So I was wondering what the partition of Hungary would be between Serbia and Wallachia.
Yeah, I'm wondering. It all depends on Bach, or how you say it. It's technically in the state that Serbia owns all of. Is he going to leave it for Serbia?
You should do. You need to do it split by states. Otherwise, it's just ugly. And we don't want
more than ugly. It's not efficient.
No, that as well. Especially with the new system with states and corruption. Which
tell you what, the state that Hamburg took is very, very lucrative.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Wait, does he not have it cored yet? He has not got it cored yet.
I can imagine that would be quite expensive.
Yes.
Where am I looking?
114 admin points for a half core on meh.
Why would you rename Porto to meh?
Yeah, that is modified already by 50%. So to colonize, well, it's Porto. It's 200 and an amount of ducats. 228. Oh god, that is painful.
I tell you what, if you look at the devastation map mode, what has happened in the British Isles?
Oh. Rebels, I would assume. How in the balls did that happen? I like how it's just like France, Poland, Lithuania, and Finland that are like prosperous. It's not Sweden, it's literally just Finland. And you don't get any prosperity in the head of Finland because it's too cold.
Oh, it's cold anywhere north of France. It's too cold.
Also, what is quite funny to me is, see, with the EU4 map, I always knew that it was skewed quite heavily when it came to the Americas. What I've just realised now, though, is it's also pretty skewed in Europe because the most southern point of Finland is actually north of the Faroe Islands.
Oh.
And it's not here.
Yeah, because Stockholm's also about that as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit skewed in Europe as well. Interesting stuff.
Well, EU5 can be a globe map. We can hope.
Imagine. Also, it's not going to be possible to cut off. Oh, he did it.
Oh.
He tried. He certainly tried to cut him off.
Damn.
But he left him one province. And from that one province, we're going to see that Karamanese lake become green. Yeah. Byzantium has basically said, all of this is mine. Let's see how Persia reacts to that.
So I'm wondering what Byzantium is going to form.
Is waited until those Karamanese rebels sieged also mine. And then done the peace deal.
Yeah. Unless, does Persia have a navy? No, it does not. Yeah, and it's a fort as well. See, I do wonder what Byzantium's end goal is, because you really do want to be forming another nation with his ideas.
Yeah, Byzantium, I mean, they've got some discipline coming up. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Merc maintenance isn't that bad.
It kind of is, though. I mean, if you think about it, Merc maintenance, if you go into his country modifiers, his Merc maintenance right now is at 135%, because Mercs start at 150%. So how much is he getting from his ideas? 15%?
Yeah.
His Mercs would then be 120%. The maintenance of his regulars. It's just not very impactful. It's certainly not 15% of the cost that they are now. It's like, I don't know, it's less.
Yeah.
Paradox maths is weird.
I was just trying to get some silver linings from their ideas, but yeah, there really isn't.
Discipline is the only silver lining there. Although I do like, I mean, if he's going into Anatolia and the Levant, then religiousness from the missionary strength is nice. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and it is can be very expensive to change religion, convert now.
For sure. Ooh, and he's about to take a loan. Another loan, I mean. Negative 10 ducats a month. He's got 1 ducat in the bank.
Whereas his ally, both of his allies are in the positive. Serbia very much so.
No, he's pulled it around. He's now making 2 ducats. Good job. Austria's got Quaker heretics. I don't think I've ever seen them before.
Quaker?
Yeah.
There are Quaker heretics? What?
Palatinate also has Quaker heretics.
I thought Quakers were meant to be pacifists, and here they are with an army.
Yeah, very interesting.
I've never seen them before.
No, me neither. Mamluks are currently getting wrecked by nobles and particularists and peasants. Oof. Let me guess, you've got a disaster. No, actually. But he does have a free policy available, and he's not taking it.
Muscovy is also getting partitioned. It looks like quite a clean partition, actually. If
Persia has a coalition of just the Mamluks. Yeah, that partition definitely looks like they've got borders assigned.
Which is quite nice. It shows that Golden Horde knows that the Livonian Order should be kept alive to curb Prussia. Although, how is Golden Horde doing on his reforms? Is he close? No, he's 2 reforms away from getting rid of the Horde government, if he wants to do that. Which, you kind of want to do that in a multiplayer.
Yeah, because you just end up bleeding Horde unity.
Although
what happens is, all that is around you is players who are allied with 20 other players. So you need to, declare on something, and the only option is other players, and it's just not going to work out for you.
Saying that, Jack did have, when he was in Great Horde, this genius plan of being a super OP Horde, staying a Horde for the entire game, and somehow going into India and trade company, making everything a trade company. And just having an OP army as a Horde. Not sure how he was going to be doing that, but that was his plan.
So, Persia lost his occupations in Karaman, but they're still at war. It looks like maybe they're not trying because they're just going to take the 2 provinces, perhaps? Well, I guess we'll see. I am thinking there's going to be some war between Persia and Byzantium at some point in the future. The Persian alliance of Persia and Golden Horde versus the Byzantine alliance of Byzantium, Serbia, and Wallachia. That would be an interesting war.
But how long is that Balkan alliance going to hold for? That's what I'm wondering.
Until there is no one else to eat. Byzantium is the only one that has a release valve for his conquering ambitions now, though. Wallachia is very much hemmed in until this anti-PLC thing goes ahead.
Wallachia does want to form Romania, though.
So that means he needs Byzantium to either die or tag switch.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Persia could have taken the land in Karaman because of the QQ cores.
Oh, yeah.
Venice? What is Venice doing?
They're at war with Karaman. They've helped out Persia. Oh, has Venice finally drawn aside? And it's against the Balkans.
That makes sense. If he wants his clay back.
Yeah. I like this new Venice.
Yeah,
Finally
he's a lot more aggressive.
Making decisions in his own interest.
Without consulting with Portugal, Pope and Savoy.
Also, I've got to hand it to Switzerland. He's now got Lorraine as a vassal. He's slowly beginning to build himself back up.
He's definitely going the vassal feeding route. I mean, I guess you kind of have to when you're within the HRE.
Yeah, otherwise you end up like Cologne, Hamburg, Palatinate.
Kandar is a vassal of Byzantium as well.
Yes, they are.
He really should have locked off this area. I know Persia can take it anyway because of the cores, but at the same time, he wouldn't be able to get in there. We'll see what happens there.
So what is interesting to look at is the religious map mode, because usually in a multiplayer you see everyone go Protestant. And we've actually got quite a few players stay Catholic.
The religious map mode looks vaguely historic. Apart from England.
And Austria.
And...
But yeah, that's...
and Anatolia.
It's quite nice to see that, for once. I do wonder, though, if Scotland is waiting for Anglican to spawn. But
Venice is shipping over more troops. They've got 30,000 for the invasion of a country that is 99% occupied by rebels.
Yeah, looking at army sizes on players, they have the third largest army.
Venice does.
Yeah. Although Prussia could top that. And so could Scotland. Bloody hell, Scotland's got 61 force limit. Second only to Brabant.
And only by one.
Yeah. And then Golden Horde. Yeah, Golden Horde's looking quite nice.
Songhai, surprisingly good.
Yeah, Songhai is a good nation when they get that area locked down. It's really tech that sets them back.
Yeah, I mean, Songhai 3.83 morale versus, for example, Cologne's 5.01. Although Cologne is the strongest for their military, I'd say. 5.01 morale, 107% discipline. Next highest for morale is Serbia, 4.14.
You've also got Oda, who's 4.93.
Yeah, I don't have all the maps shown.
Yeah, if you have got an observer, I've done that quite a bit. That mistake. But that's to be expected with Oda.
Who has the highest income, though? Venice. 48 ducats. Baluchistan in second place, though.
Damn.
And then Songhai, then Ajuran. You generally wouldn't expect those three.
Ajuran has been talking to me, and he's got this super awesome idea of getting the most trade he can. But really, when you think about it, Ajuran does own Zanzibar. And that is a very, very profitable trade node.
He's also invaded Madagascar.
Yeah, well...
What Aduran needs to do is take the Cape of Good Hope. They could even go and take Congo. And then he needs to send everything to the Cape of Good Hope and lock that shit down.
Yes. I have a quite a sore spot when it comes to players locking down the Cape of Good Hope.
Would that sore spot say something like Kilwa?
Yes. God damn them Zanzibar nations.
Well, they've got their landing point. I think Byzantium is going to be looking at this and thinking, you're asking for war here. Karaman just accepted the rebels' demands, though, or got broken by them.
If you take a quick look over to India, you're going to be very happy.
Go on, Ratanpur, you absolute legend. Who did he get allies with? Oh, he got allied to Vijayanagar, who is ridiculously strong.
They did start allied to them.
Alright, well, I mean, you know, that's irrelevant. Who cares? They're doing well. Let's give them it. You say they start allied with them, but they're not in the war.
No.
This is all Ratanpur.
Yes, it is.
And Garjat, but yeah, who cares about that one?
Timurids is formed.
So they have.
With pretty underrated ideas, in my opinion.
Not as good as Mughals.
It depends what you're looking for, really, in the multiplayer. I would take Timurid ideas over Mughals.
The ability to not have to worry about rebels ever is kind of important.
I guess in the early game, but mid to late game, you're pretty consolidated. I would take Timurid ideas with the morale, the discipline, even a little bit of a tech cost reduction. Shock damage, yeah, it's negligible.
I suppose that actually comes from their government form. So if you form the Mughals, you can take the government form and keep the Timurid ideas, perhaps?
Yeah, and that government form is really powerful if you get the right cultures.
Yes. Like I say, I think, Joe, though, that the just the ability to not have to worry about rebels is it's underrated, let's say.
Although there is, if he culture shifts, I'm going to butcher this name, Rajputana?
Rajputana, yes.
Which, fantastic ideas, yeah.
Yeah, Mewari ideas are some of the best in the game.
Yes, they are.
10% combat ability from the very get-go. They get, where is it now? Fire damage plus 10%, discipline plus 5%, and then they get their Rajput ideas, their Rajput's estate. But I don't think he's got any Rajputs, so I can't check what they have. They used to have extra fire damage or extra discipline. I can't remember. Late game, those ideas, like extra fire damage, is awesome.
They have the discipline, I believe, and then you enlist the people, the pud, whatever it says, and you get land fire damage if you give them money, and it raises the autonomy of all the Rajput provinces, and you get 10% land fire damage for 10 years, and it refreshes every 10 years, so you can have constant fire damage on them.
They are very, very strong. I did a campaign as Mewar, formed Rajputana, formed Hindustan, or whatever, Bharat, I guess. It's just so... You feel like God.
Yes, you do.
It's like no armies can stand up to you.
Although,
so
Hindustan with Rajputs is very powerful.
Yes. I mean, Hindustan and Bharat are just the same country with different colours and different names.
Doesn't Hindustan have different ideas now? I'll have to check on that. I'll have to check on that.
Yeah, I can't remember. So they're 1 fort away. There we go. They're basically at 100% now. We'll see what happens with Karaman.
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to screw Byzantium something.
Oof.
Oh, that's a CB right there.
Now he's
that is a CB.
that is a lot of admin. He's gonna have to give that to a vassal.
Like the vassal that has cores on it.
Oh no, he's
Release the Ottomans. Oh, you sneaky boy.
That is an interesting move, and a good one at that.
That's a solid CB though. That is clearly showing his intentions.
Although Ottomans don't have any cores in Europe. It's purely Anatolian.
That's fine. That's enough. That's enough. Oh, we haven't looked at Inca yet.
Oh, yeah.
They are doing... just consolidating the Chilean mountains.
They have...
Quietly.
No, they haven't done any reforms yet.
They're 97 authority. So they're fairly close to getting one.
The only issue Inca is going to have is actually a European getting to them.
Yeah, but who? Who looks like they want to colonize?
Portugal? That was...
not a player.
Apart from that, you've got France.
Leinster took expansion and exploration. So Leinster's looking at the New World.
Did Leinster... Oh, right. Still got
Hamburg
its
is
name
not. Castile only has religious ideas. And no ideas in it.
Castile has no idea what they're doing.
Songhai took land from Morocco.
Okay. So, Pope released Medina.
Oh, I bet Songhai is very salty about that French Arguin.
Yeah.
It's like a wart on the side of your country.
So that's what's wrong with Songhai's country, not the vassals in the middle of his country.
No, because they're vassals, they get integrated. He's not going to integrate France, is he?
He could try. He could.
Oh, Leinster, Iceland? Oh, it's revolting.
Actually, Songhai having that France near him could be very, very handy. Because if Scotland wants to go into France, or Savoy or whatever, and it gets down small enough, Songhai could vassalize from that province and stop anyone forming France.
At least until the Europeans declare war on him.
Well, there is that, but that's going to be a strong power play if he can pull that off. But yeah, that Leinster Iceland, not nice.
That'd be a very late game power play, though.
Yeah, I wasn't...
To be able to hold them off, it's going to be quite something.
But then you are going to have other Europeans that, say if it's Savoy or Scotland that's trying to form France, you are going to have other Europeans supporting Songhai to stop France being formed.
The Leinster borders have changed again.
Oh my god. Is he
again.
Is he going to do a New World Exodus?
It kind of looks that way. His capital is isolated, after all. Probably. Where is his capital?
Yeah, but you need 50%.
His capital is not isolated. It's the Inner Hebrides.
Huh. Well, they have changed the requirements as well, so you have to have at least 50% of your dev in the continent you want to move the capital to.
I don't see any Irish dev in the New World.
He must be making his way there. Can see a great deal of the New World. How is Oirat doing?
Unless Leinster wants to be Iceland, can't really see what he's trying to do.
Oh, becoming Iceland is just a meme.
Yes. That is no reason to not do it.
I mean, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to top what was done in a previous multiplayer, where
London is Scottish.
A guy formed Iceland with Prussian ideas and Dutch government. So, if you're going to form Iceland, you got to top that.
That's pretty good. Ooh, we're going to see Scotland become a little bit greener very soon.
Is he going for it?
About 50-ish points away, a little bit over 50 points away from getting Admin Tech 10.
Interesting why he's going to be forming Ireland and not Great Britain or England.
Irish combat ideas are better.
Better than English?
Yes.
Really? Better than 10% fire damage and 10% combat ability?
He's doing something with his autonomy. I remember that button noise. Yeah, I mean, you'll see when it happens, but Irish, for on-player warfare, yeah, I would say Irish ideas are better.
Well, that is surprising.
It's horrible. I hate it. It shouldn't be that way.
Weren't you quoted as saying the Irish can't fight?
Yes, I was. I was also called racist.
Well, EU4 ideas.
I had enough experience fighting the Irish when I lived there.
Oh, you lived in Ireland?
For about 9 years, yeah.
You brave soul.
I wouldn't call it brave. Why do you think I moved to Finland?
Because you found the love of your life?
Why do you think she didn't move to Ireland?
Because Ireland.
Exactly. Was there ever a choice?
I suppose not.
So yeah, I'm actually gonna keep an eye on this because he is 1 month away. He could do it right now.
Prussia has.
He's taken it. He's taken it. Look at Scotland.
Still looking yellow.
It is still looking yellow. He's just stepped up. He could click. He's clicked the button.
There we go.
And he has taken Irish ideas. So, well, first off, he takes 10% morale of armies and some trade efficiency. He's got shock damage received. He's got 5% discipline. I would say those are pretty good combat ideas.
I prefer English. I prefer English on that.
I obviously prefer English because, I mean, this is nasty.
Your discipline and your morals are nice. Shock damage, negligible mid to late game. So, but the goods produced is very nice, and the monthly war exhaustion.
I wish I could chat. I wish I could chat and tell them all it's disgusting. Right, you get no more attention. Screw you.